My name is Madam Jennifer from Educare TZ. Welcome my lovely Form 4 student in our biology session. And in our today's session, we are going to solve the Necta question for the year 2014. This is a biology paper 1 where we are going to see the variety of the series of the question which has been constructed from the variety of the topics we have learned from Form 1 up to Form 4, where we are going to see how these questions are designed and how they are needed to be answered so as to ensure that you get all the marks that has been attributed to particular question. Now, welcome for today's session, and the today's session is today question is question number 9 for the year 2014. The question states that draw a large and net labeled diagram of the villas found in the digestive system. Draw a large and net labeled diagram of the villas found in the digestive system. The question number 9, Roman B. Name the digestive juice which is produced by the liver. And the question Roman B Roman 2, state the function of the substance contained in the digestive juice, namely in B1 above. My lovely Form 4 students, before we answer the question, first of all, we have to obey the instruction. Our instruction for this particular topic or this particular question is the first one. You have to draw a large and net labeled. Draw and label correctly a structure of the villus which is found in the digestive system. And the question number 9, Roman B for Roman 1, states that just naming the digestive juice that is produced by the liver. Just name it. And the last one, state the function of the substance contained in the digestive juice, named in A. So the digestive juice that has been named in B Roman 1, you can state the function which is performed by that particular digestive juice that is produced by the liver. After knowing the instruction, now let us be familiar where this question has been constructed. This is a Form 2 topic question, and it is from the topic of the nutrition. And in order to answer this question correctly, you are needed to be aware and having the deep understanding pertaining the concept of the human digestive system, where we study in detail pertaining and what is digestive system, what are the parts of the digestive system, and how do they adapted to their function to ensure that the digestion process will take place. Once we talk on the digestion, this meaning the process of breaking down the complex food substance into smallest particles, either mechanically and chemically, so as to ensure the easy swallowing of that particular food. When the food is digested chemically, meaning that by the action of the enzymes which are produced by different parts of the digestive system, example in the mouth, stomach, esophagus, the small intestine, and large intestine. Also, when talk on the mechanical digestion, this means the breaking down the food or complex food substance to smallest particle by the action of the teeth, where the teeth perform the breaking those complex food substances into small particles so as to be easily swallowed. And the digestive system includes the variety section of the system, or the section of the alimentary canal from the mouth out to the anus. And this is so structure of the digestive system. So once we talk on this, the villi, this is a structure which is found within the part of the small intestine, which is in the ileum. Within the ileum, one or the largest portion of the small intestine is where there is this villus. The villus, this is the functional unit, structural unit of the ileum. So it is one of the structure which tend to provide a large surface area, to increase large surface area for maximum absorption of the food. Also, it is highly folded and well supplied with the blood capillaries to ensure that the blood, the oxygen and nutrients are well distributed to this particular region, also are carried to different parts of the body. Now let us see the structure of the villus as one of the structural and functional units of the ileum. This is the structure of the villus which is found within the ileum. Our question is you to just drawing and label it very neatly or correctly. This is the structure of the villus. As you see here, it tends to have it is well ventilated. It tends to have the band of the blood capillaries to ensure the supply of the oxygen and the glucose. Vile vile it is highly coiled, as you see here, it is highly coiled, has an adaptation to increase large surface area for diffusion. Also it is long so to ensure maximum absorption of the food. Also it have these lipids ambayo inaitwa ni lacteal, ambayo lacteal inasaidia katika absorption of the lipids. Vile vile kuna this libecum of the glands, kuna arteries pamoja na vena cava veins, ambapo artery inakuwa ina supply the oxygenated blood, lakini this veins yenyewe inakuwa ina carry those deoxygenated blood katika kuweza kuziremove na kuweza kusupply in other part of the body where they can be removed or can be eliminated. So blood tend to enter, or the oxygenated blood tend to enter through these arteries na kuweza ku be removed by this large vessel ambayo ni blood vessel ambayo ni veins. So as you see here, vile vile it has the lymph capillaries ambayo inasaidia katika well supply, inasaidia ventilation, supply of the oxygen pamoja na efficient transport of these glucoses to different parts of the body. So this is the structure. Vile vile kuna this one hapa ni nervous plexus, kuna hii hapa ni lamina propria ambayo ni one of the structure of the lamina propria, ipo katika stomach. Vile vile kuna this lymph capillaries, kuna myometric plexus, lymph nerves, kuna submucosa ambayo hizi hapa these are the part of the mucosa, submucosa, these are the part of the stomach. So just we needed just to draw, after drawing then label. So kwa yule ambaye aliweza kujibu hivi, alidraw then akan label it, alikuwa anapata all marks for this particular question, for question number 9 Roman A. This is how it needed to be answered. In the question number 9 Roman B, you are needed to state the digestive juice that is produced by the liver. Before we answer the digestive system which is produced by the liver also is an important organ which is essential katika digestion process. Now what is liver? Before we state the digestive system, digestive juice which is produced by the liver. The liver, this is the largest internal body organ. It has functional cell called the hepatocyte which produce the bile. So this is one of the very crucial and important organ to the body of organism, and especially in the body of the human being. It tends to perform a variety of the function. Example we have seen in the blood sugar regulation, where you see that the liver also function in the role of reducing the amount of the blood sugar when the blood sugar arises above the normal, by converting into the glycogen where this glycogen are stored. Also the liver perform the function in detoxification. Example ni ammonification processes. Detoxification inasaidia sana katika elimination of the toxic. So within the liver there is functional cell which is called the hepatocyte. This hepatocyte produce the bile. So the bile hapa ndio imekuwa contain the digestive juice. So this hepatocyte produce the bile. The bile is stored in the gallbladder and released through the bile duct. So the bile is stored katika bladder lakini be released katika to the bile duct. Kwa mfano ukichukua an example, kwa mfano ukichinja kuku, katika maeneo ya ini kuna kama kamfuko fulani hivi cha kijani. Mmoja anambia usije ukapasua, itasababisha maini au nyama ikawa chungu. Ile pale ni bile. Mara nyingi unakuta ni ya kijani, ile ya kijani ndio bile. Lakini ule mfuko ambao umefunika ile inaitwa ni gallbladder. So within there, kwa mfano kwa wale ambao wanakuwa affected, kuna watu in case kama this bile inapelekea kuchuja sana kwa binadamu, inaweza kapelekea jaundice au yellow fever. So it is greenish yellow in color and contain the bile salt. So hapa bile ni greenish. Ukiangalia hata katika kuku, kwa mfano chinja kuku ni greenish in color na inakuwa imecontain the bile salt. And this is the structure of the liver, ambapo tumeona kwamba ina functional cell ambayo inaitwa hepatocyte katika production of the bile. And bile is contained within the bile bladder and ina be released through the bile duct. So this is the gallbladder as you see here. Na hii hapa ni right lobe, hapa ni left lobe. Hapa ni caudate lobe. Hapa ndio gallbladder ambao within him kuna bile. Na hii hapa ni round ligament, this right lobe ya ini, hapa ni left lobe. So hizi hapa zituhusu sana, lakini the first one kwa nataka tuangalie this tuweza kuangalia this bile bladder which are produced by the functional unit of the cell of the liver ambao ni hepatocyte, ambao ndio main digestive juice ambao tunakuwa tunaizungumzia. So the digestive juice which is produced by the liver ndio hiyo bile, and it's produced by this functional cell ambayo ni hepatocyte na be stored within the gallbladder and being released via the bile duct, and it contain the salt. So the question number 9 Roman B needs you to state the role of the digestive juice which is produced by the liver, which is the bile. So what now is the function of the bile? First of all, the bile emulsifies the fat or lipids. Example, break down fat into tiny droplets to increase surface area for enzymatic action. So the fat inasaidia katika emulsification or breaking down of these fats or lipids so as to increase the large surface area for enzymatic action to take place. Also, the bile provide alkaline medium for enzyme to work best. So, vile the bile contain this basic or alkaline salt which are necessary to provide the basic medium or alkaline medium for the enzyme to work best. Also, it neutralizes the acidic food from the stomach. We know that within the stomach kuna this gastric juice which is produced, and it contains the water, hydrochloric acid, mucus, serine, and trypsin and pepsin. So the food in the stomach tend to mix with the hydrochloric acid which is produced, or one of the components of the gastric juice, to form the chyme, or with a solid acidic food. So once this food passes from the stomach, before it enter to the duodenum and small intestine, it tends to be neutralized by this bile, and that's why mostly unakuta the food in the small intestine inakuwepo ni basic or alkaline. So this bile also perform the function of neutralizing this chyme which is produced to the stomach so as to provide the basic and pH, a good pH medium for the functioning of the enzyme into the body. So this is how this question needed to be answered. So for those who has answered this question like this, they get all the marks which has been attributed to this particular question. The another question is question number 11 for the year 2012. The question states that describe the mechanism of the breathing in human beings. Diagram are not necessary. Describe the mechanism of breathing in human beings. Diagram are not necessary. This question is question for the year 2012, although we contain it within this session of the Necta solving for the 2014. So the question is you to state the mechanism of the breathing in human being, and the diagram are not necessary, meaning that whether you put the diagram or not, they are not awarded. But if you like, you can draw a diagram, lakini zenyewe hazina marks. Just explanation matter. So my lovely Form 4 students, before we answer the question, this question has been derived from the topic of the Form 2 in that topic of the gaseous exchange in respiration. So in order to answer this question correctly, you are needed to have a deep understanding and knowledge pertaining the topic of the gaseous exchange in respiration. So where we have seen the mechanism of the breathing. Where we talk on the breathing, this is a process of taking in air in and usually oxygen and removing out the carbon dioxide via the respiratory surfaces. Here you have been umesha be specialized kwamba ni for human beings. Ambapo human being they tend to perform the gaseous or the one of the respiratory surface with the organism human being tend to use is the lungs. So the gaseous exchange human beings take via the lungs, where there is this alveolus ambayo ndio the lungs, within the lungs where the alveoli are found and adapted for the gaseous efficient gaseous exchange into the body of the human being. So the question needs you to state on how the oxygen what are the mechanism, what are the event or action which are taking place when the oxygen is taken into the body, or when the carbon dioxide are released from the lungs to the outside of the body, and that is called inhalation and exhalation, or breathing in and breathing out. So let us be familiar with the key terms before we answer the question. So this question has been derived from this topic, gaseous exchange and respiration. Now, what is gaseous exchange? The gaseous exchange refers to the movement of oxygen and the carbon dioxide across the respiratory surface, or it is the process through which respiratory gases are passed through the respiratory surface. Variety of the organism, example, this multicellular organism, they tend to have the variety of the specialized respiratory organs. Like human beings tend to have the lungs, amphibians like frog tend to have the lung, skin as well as gills, fish tend to have the gills, the spider tend to have the book lung, the grasshopper tend to have the spiracles, and so forth for this multicellular organism. So the human being tends to use the lungs as the human beings and reptiles, they tend to use the lungs for gaseous exchange. So the question is you to state the mechanism of the breathing in human being. Where you see the breathing is a process of taking in air in and releasing the air out via the respiratory surface. Kwa ndio upumuaji. And it is one of the characteristics of the all living organism. So, the gaseous exchange in mammals happen as a result of the inhalation and the exhalation. So, the gaseous exchange in mammals occur as a result of the inhalation and exhalation, where the inhalation is the process of taking in air into the body or into the lung. So, the human being also tends to perform the inhalation and exhalation. So, the inhalation, this is the breathing in air into the lung. It helps to bring air into the respiratory system. So, inhalation, this is the breathing air into the lung, usually oxygen, and this process helps to bring the air into the respiratory system, which is crucial or necessary for the survival. Take an example, you close up your nose. Kwa mfano umechukua mkono wako, funga pua lako vile vile na mdomo. Ukae kwa dakika 5. Uweze hata complete hizo dakika 5, lazima utaachia, kwa sababu mtu tu alifariki ndio hawezi kupumua, lakini for all living organism lazima tupumue kwa ajili ya kuweza survive. That is one of the indicator or characteristics of the living things. So, during inhalation, air enter into the body through the nasal cavity. Tunapokuwa tunavuta hewa, mara nyingi tunatumia pua, ndio nasal cavity. Na mara nyingi kuna swali natoka, kwa nini it is very advised to breathe via using the nose instead of using the mouth? Kwa sababu tunajua within the nose there is mucus. Kuna mucus na kuna small hair ambazo zinasaidia katika trapping of the dust na vile vile katika filtration to ensure that this dusty or debris which needs to enter into the respiratory surface are trapped, and therefore inasaidia katika ile trapping na vile vile katika filtering of the air entering inside the body. Lakini within the mouth there is not this mucus and hair which can trap the dusty and debris which try to enter into the respiratory organ. So, as air passes the nasal cavity, it is moistened and warmed to body temperature. So, as air passes through the nose or nasal cavity, they tend to be moistured, kwa sababu within the nose there is mucus. So, inasaidia katika being moistured, kwa sababu one of the characteristics of the respiratory surface ni kwamba they are moist so as to dissolve the gases. So, the gases are moistened, also they are warmed to body temperature. After that, this is possible due to the presence of mucus, which protects the tissue from direct contact with air. So, the mucus as air crosses this surface of the membrane to pick up the water. So, the mucus inakuwa vile vile imecontain the water kwa ajili ya moisturization. So, this process helps to equilibrate the air temperature with the body temperature, hence reducing any damage that's called all-day air can cause. So this is one of the importance of the mucus which is produced, which are found within this nasal cavity. So also mucus help in trapping the dusty particle that enter the nose. Also, another function of the dusty of the mucus is to trapping this dusty particle once the air enter or pass through the nasal cavity or through the nose. Now, let us see the mechanism of the inhalation or breathing in human being. During the inhalation, muscle of the diaphragm contract, pulling the diaphragm upward. Take an example, kuvuta hewa. Unaangalia the diaphragm inakuwa inapanda juu. Vile vile, the diaphragm. As this happen, the external intercostal muscle contract while internal intercostal muscles na relax and pull the rib cage upward and outward. Kwa during the inhalation unaona kwamba this internal intercostal muscles zinakuwa zina contract, lakini outer one zinakuwa zina relax. This is one of the mechanism, one of the characteristics of the muscle. Tumesema kwamba muscle tend to work in pair and like working antagonistically to bring about the movement. So once another relax, the another one inakuwa ina contract, nyingine na contract, nyingine relax, kwa to bring about the movement of this intercostal muscle, so as to bring about the efficient breathing or the inhalation process. So this movement results to increase in the volume and decrease the air pressure of the thorax, and this makes the air to rush into the lung through the nostril, trachea, bronchus, bronchioli na alveoli, na mpaka hapo mtu ile breathing in inakuwa imetake place. Another is exhalation. Exhalation, this is the breathing out of the air from the lung, and usually is carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide, this is a unicellular gas. This is a cellular gas or metabolic, which is being released, which has been produced from the body from this during the metabolic process, like during the respiration. Carbon dioxide is one of the byproduct. So the carbon dioxide is a cellular waste product. During the exhalation, the muscle of the diaphragm relaxes and the diaphragm resume its dome shape. Mtu baada ya kuvuta hewa unakuta this diaphragm inakuwa inapaa, lakini mtu anapokuwa akiachia unakuta inakuwa inarudi katika dome shape yake. So the external intercostal muscle inakuwa ina relax, lakini ile internal inakuwa ina contract, na hivyo pulling the rib cage inward and downward. As a result, the volume of the thorax inakuwa inapungua na pressure inside it inakuwa inaongezeka, na hivyo hewa inakuwa inatoka nje. And this forces air through the bronchial, bronchus, trachea and nostril. So that is how the mechanism of breathing in and breathing out are taking place within the body of the human being. Hope that you understand. And in case of any misunderstanding or misconception, you are welcome to ask in the comment section at our media, at Educare Media. Also, I would like to emphasize you and to encourage you to still stay connected with the Educare Media for further learning. Have a nice moment, and thank you for your careful attention.